Hey everybody. That frog you can hear talking is not the one we're looking at. I just wanted to shoot a quick update on my pond here. As I walked up, two frogs jumped in the water, and then I noticed that big old bullfrog sitting on that log over there, or sitting on that rock over there. So let me get the camera straightened back out here. And I have found that other frog that you can hear talking. It is actually right up here in the bushes, and I want to try to walk up and see if we can get close enough to it without it jumping away. And if it does jump, I think it's going to go right down towards the water. It's right in there. I guess you can almost make it out through the grass. Let me see if I can get a step closer here. Like I say, I cannot believe that thing is not jumping. So he just jumped, and he is now sitting in the water right behind this log, and I'm not going to go down there and try to see him any further. But alright, this was meant to just be an update on my pond, and it turned into a small adventure video. So we had that one up there, we have this one that is still sitting here, and then we had two others that jumped into the water when I walked up. So I now have 4 frogs in my pond. And I don't know how well you can see them or not, but those black koi I have in here are looking amazing. They're really hard to see. Meow, are you coming over to say hi? They're really hard to see, especially in this tannin stained water. But one of them is actually starting to get fairly significant in size. And I guess at some point I should probably get in there. I don't know how well, there you go, you can kind of see them now. So at some point I need to get in there and do a water change. I should probably get some of the leaves off the bottom, get some of the tannins out of the water. I really need to get in here and remove some more of this water lettuce. It just grows like crazy all over everything. I really cannot believe that that bullfrog is just sitting there watching me and has not jumped into the pond yet. So everything is still looking good. Everything's still functioning well. I haven't found any dead fish or anything like that. I do find it kind of hilarious that squirrels fall in the pond all the time. As you can see, I have cats. Well, you can see cat right here. But I have squirrels that get on my bird feeders, and when we open the door and the cats come out, the squirrels go, you know, scampering everywhere, and they will quite frequently jump down, hit the ground, and splash right into the water. They just crash right into it like they don't even know it's there. And it's kind of funny watching them run out the other side. Occasionally, as the squirrels make their way across the front, they will slip and fall into the pond. So I have had issues with squirrels in the pond, but so far no wading birds, no kingfishers, nothing like that. And again, without even putting these bullfrogs in there, we now have 3 bullfrogs, and then that one smaller frog. I'm not sure what that smaller frog was, but I don't think it's one of these big fat bullfrogs. So my water calla looks amazing. It's still flowering and still sending out new shoots. And I mean, that is my arm at full extension, and I'm still not as tall as that flower spike is. It is that tall up in the air, and that's considering the base of it is down below where my feet are. So that is an impressive plant sticking out of the water like that. Really, really makes a statement when you walk out the back door and look over. Not to be outdone, my pickerel rush here looks pretty amazing. The huge elephant ear that I planted, and I mean it was huge. It was like the size of a pineapple, and I planted it here, and you can kind of see how these are coming up in sort of a ring that's where like the center of the pineapple was, and so it's coming up. I'm really sort of disappointed. I really was expecting some enormous leaves to come up on that thing, and here we are a day or two away from September, and I'm still seeing leaves that size on it. So not very impressive, you know, in the long run. These pickerel rush, however, I've really enjoyed. They've grown like crazy. Of course, my water lettuce, as I said, has grown like crazy. We need to get in there and thin some of that out. And then that water calla over there, that is just fantastic. I really like that. I'm really happy with that. We got the caladiums growing along the sides. All this stuff is sort of, you know, outside, and we got the stone crop growing over the edge to sort of soften that edge. I got this thing elephant ears right here. This sort of overwintered, and we never really wound up planting it anywhere, and every time I turn around it's knocked over again. That's just kind of sitting there, so that's not really part of the pond. But that's about it, really. Not a whole lot else to talk about. I probably ought to get in there and do a little bit of maintenance on it. And we've got the frogs, and I just cannot get over the fact that this frog is still just sitting there. Where is he? Look at him just sitting there. He's like a little gargoyle. I wonder if he figures if he sits still enough, I just won't notice him. Maybe he's used to seeing us out in the yard enough now that he doesn't get freaked out about it. That other frog honestly didn't jump out of the grass until I was just about touching it. And so I don't know if that actually came out on video or not. I couldn't tell in my viewfinder whether you could see it or not. But that other frog didn't jump until I literally was almost touching it. And I found it interesting that it was all the way up here in the grass as opposed to, you know, right here where they got the immediate access to the water. Of course, in one fell swoop, he went from here to in the water. So I guess he was within jumping range of the water after all. So there you go, everybody. Just a little look around. I will probably be posting another late summer yard tour on my other channel. I have Dan's Outdoors and More. And I do kayaking videos, I do yard tours, we get cat videos and all that kind of stuff over there. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, go check out my other channel, Dan's Outdoors and More. As I said, we'll be doing another sort of late summer, end of season yard tour. You can see most of the flowers are already done. Everything's starting to turn yellow and die back. It's getting really dry. And so it's going to be that sort of wrapping it up kind of yard tour, end of summer stuff. So there you go. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other channel. Squeaker also says goodbye. And I will see you real soon in the next one.